Welcome back again to another one of Book Lovers Book Videos. This weekend we went to two used bookstores upstate New York, and the way the first store works is half price plus 25 cents plus sales tax. So it's a good deal if you find an old book for a dollar or 60 cents. You get it for 30 cents plus a quarter and tax. So it's a really good deal. These two books here by C.J. Cherry are two books from a trilogy. I have the third book, which I got for free not too long ago at the book thing in Baltimore when we took a trip there. So I was looking for the other two, and sure enough, I found them today. Very lucky. Did not see the third book that I already have, or I probably would have gotten another copy. But these two were there in great shape. So real good buy. These were half price. They were originally $2 1/4. So really good deal there. And plus I was shocked because I needed those two. Apache Moon, James Powell. This is a novel about a white army deserter living with the Apaches. It's a reading copy only, but looked interesting, and I figured for the half price, not a bad deal. Let's see, Streets of Laredo, Larry McMurtry. This is the follow-up to Lonesome Dove. I'm actually reading Lonesome Dove right now, and I'm like 3/4 through it. It's really awesome. I saw the TV miniseries when it first came out, so we're talking like was it around 1989, something like that. So a long time ago. Book is great. I have to rewatch the movie, but I figured I would get this. Follow up. It seems like I'll read it maybe next year, because I really like the characters, so it'd be nice to see what happens to them. I know some people have mixed feelings about that book. I looked it up online, but I'll judge it for myself. Dale Van Every, I got two books by him today. He writes a lot of he wrote some history. He also wrote what I guess you can call like historical fiction, romantic fiction. The two books here are the Voyages and Westward the River. Pretty good shape. These were not that expensive at all. $1.75 half price. So about 90 cents. And this book was 60 cents, so I got it for 30 cents plus the quarter. So really good deal. This book I found by accident looking through the classics shelf. I was looking for, see if I could find like a nice little copy of Robert Louis Stevenson, Treasure Island, and I came across this, Robert Louis Taylor, so the name is very close, and The Travels of Jamie McFeeters. This book was written in the mid-1950s. Did I misspeak there? This book was written in 1958. So yeah, around the mid-1950s, late 1950s. It's a fictional novel, takes place in 1849. About a 14-year-old boy and his father that go west during the gold rush. When I was flipping through the pages, there was some mentions of Indian tribes, and it looked interesting. It's supposed to be a classic, and this book was only 95 cents when it was published, so I got it for about 50 cents plus the quarter. So that was a really good steal, and it's in nice shape. If I like it, I could always buy look for a nicer copy, but that's good right there just to read it and see what it's like. This book by Will Henry was a pretty good novel by Will Henry. I'm not really always too crazy with his books, but I remember reading this when I was much younger, and I liked it, and had gotten rid of it over the years, not realizing I was going to want to collect books when I got older. I do have this book, a little bit better version of it, in better condition, so this will be a reading copy. Not a big deal though. It's pretty good unto itself. This book has some writing on the cover, but Fred Grove is a pretty good writer. I wanted to check this book out, and considering it was only cost about 60 cents at half price, seemed like a good deal just to see what it's like. Reading copy only, but if it's a good story, I'll look for a better copy. And he has another Fred Grove book, Red River Stage. This is actually a book of short stories. There's 12 stories. One of them is called Red River Stage. I think, again, Fred Grove's a pretty good writer, so I'm looking forward to reading those stories. Now, the next store we went to was actually attached to a library in Middletown, New York. So the books there, the hardcovers are $1, the paperbacks are 50 cents, and the National Geographics are 10 cents. And then there's kids' books, I think, are a quarter or 50 cents. I don't remember. My son got a few books. So this is what I picked up. Again, paperbacks, 50 cents. Laughing Boy, Oliver Lafarge. This is a famous book about a Navajo man and woman. It's supposed to be a classic, so figured I'd give this a try. It was only 50 cents. Can't go wrong. In great shape. This book here, Hat On of Ancient Opar by Philip Jose Farmer, is actually kind of weird. Farmer is kind of like an expert on the Tarzan novels by Edgar Rice Burroughs, and he wrote this book, which takes place in one of the cities in one of the Tarzan novels, a time prior to the Tarzan novels. So kind of was inspired by the Tarzan novels, and it was in great shape. Couldn't believe it was 50 cents. Original price was $1.25, but nice cover, and really nice shape, just sitting there waiting for me. So I snatched that up. This book here, 12 Great Classics of Science Fiction, compiled by Groff Conklin. I have one or two other compilations by him, paperbacks. It's nice to have some short stories, some nights to read. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's good. Butch and Sundance, The Early Days. I didn't really need this book. It's based on a movie, which I maybe have seen parts of a long time ago. I don't remember anymore. It was in such great shape, though. It was not even read, and nice cover, and kind of old vintage book. So figured I would pick that up. What the hell, 50 cents. Now this book was a surprise. The store that I got these books in, they actually had a Western section. It wasn't really filled up with much, though. I think this book might have been in that section. This book is a Western, but it wasn't, and I just happened to pull it off the shelf under the section for L, for Giles Lutz, and turned it over, seeing what it was about, and it's actually about the Fetterman fight in 1866 with Red Cloud, and so the ride of Portuguese Phillips, and looked like a pretty good deal. It was a little bit stained on the front, not too bad. If I like it, I could always get a better copy. I'll try to get a better copy, but 50 cents is worth checking out. Other than that, the cover, the book's not really in bad shape at all. The pages still solid, so that seemed like a good deal. This here, it didn't matter the size, was 50 cents. James Michener, Texas. I have this book in hardcover. I figured that getting a soft cover, 50 cents isn't bad. I can bring this out easier than the hardcover to read on my commute. Hopefully I get to read that. This book I have, but it's I actually read it with my son not too long ago, like last year, or 6 months to 12 months ago. I think I read it with him. A different version of it, or a different copy, not this old vintage one. The book was published under two names, Vengeance Trail, and the other one I forget at the moment. But this is the original, and it's nice old vintage, and so I picked it up. I don't really have anything else by Max Brand, but this book is decent, and I thought it was good to read with my son. Now this, Streets of Laredo, I've got hardcover. Again, this was at the library. It has no library markings. It is basically brand new. Put the clear broad art jacket on it so it won't get stained or smudged or anything to the jacket. And the book is in excellent shape. It was just sitting there waiting for me in the Western section. $1. So that was a really nice find. And now, last that I have here are some National Geographics. These were 10 cents each. This one is a famous issue because it has an article called Ghosts on the Little Bighorn, relating to Custer's last stand. And so that was here. I passed by it a moment ago. There we go. So that was really nice for 10 cents. Now this is funny. This I actually found at the book thing for free. I found one copy. And going through the ones today, obviously I found two more. So I picked them up. It was only 10 cents. And I happened to look it up tonight on eBay. And someone had a copy for $30. So I got 3 copies, 1 free and 2 for 10 cents each. So you got to shop. eBay, is good, but some people on there are just crazy with their prices. Not that they should sell for 10 cents, but $2, $5, but $30. Wow, that's crazy. This one I got 2 of also. This is an issue that has an article written by none other than, here we go, let's find it. There was Tom Horn a moment ago. This article here was written by Robert Redford. And it's called Riding the Outlaw Trail by Robert Redford, photographs by Jonathan Blair. And of course, Robert Redford was in a movie with, Butch and Sundance. Robert Redford and Paul Newman. I was blank there for a second. But this looked like an interesting article, again written by Robert Redford. So I figured, 10 cents, I'd just get both of them. They were in great shape. So that's what I picked up today. In 2 weeks, we're going on another trip. I think we probably go like every 2 to 3 weeks. We go again to another bookstore or two. So we have a lot of fun. Had some good food today. Did some other shopping. Nice drive. And that's it. Some good purchases. I'm happy. Everything was pretty cheap. Can't complain. Take care. Bye-bye.